Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Oh, we're going to reconstruct here as well, huh? Okay. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, Episode 4, where we have just arrived at the Hawkins Manor Gardens here with Officer Bradley to show us the property. Well, why are we going this way? Perhaps I want to go a different way. I feel like I should accompany the officer. See if we can talk to this Silas Winchester. Oh, what have we here?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
1693 by Reverend John Wickwood. Oh, hold on, Officer Bradley. I've lollygagged and fallen behind. Oh, these are the graves. Fair enough.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Yeah.
The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
Right? What is that about?
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Look at this one with the broken... It's like vases with flowers smashed.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
It is a strange final resting place.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Right? Interesting.
Let's go to the mansion.
But wait, I haven't
Please give
checked
me
out...
a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting?
Right?
I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that Rod Baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid.
Right? Okay, so we've seen the final resting place. And obviously someone likes Mrs. Hawkins, but not Mr. Hawkins. Could go up to the mansion. Laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. It's like we have a path that way, but also back the way we came from. I saw a path I wanted to explore. What would be over in this direction, I wonder? Thought I heard footsteps. Is that a bird? Oh, look, you can see the lighthouse from here. And the harbor. It's a nice touch. Ah! Rewarded for exploration after all. Small wooden whale. A figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's a sort of toy that sailors made for their children. Interesting. Just a clue from chapter 3.
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives.
I suppose indeed. Okay, well, if that is going to be the case... let us try to make our way over there. I would surely like to question him.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Indeed. Oh, let us get this
Sturdy.
axe.
And well sharpened. Sturdy. And well sharpened.
Almost like somebody cut it down, or they were trying to clear it and gave up as they started. Leave Officer Bradley to look over the burial site. It's quite an impressive building. Okay. I wonder if I could go down here and grab the axe from this side. Wait, it's gone.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
What?
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
No doubt. Doesn't look like I'll get up here without the axe.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Did you hear that? That bird, it just does not want to leave. It's like it's watching me. Any more little toys or clues up here? No.
This entrance is still in use.
Indeed it is. The door's...
Whoa!
Whoa!
No.
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
Put down
You
the
know what we
axe.
do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa!
Oh, you try it. No.
You're
Fight back.
Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Will you? No, grab his axe.
Give me that.
You show me how we'll have it on Darkwater.
Control yourself, old man.
You've got guts, you little bastard.
Yeah,
You and I have got some talking to do.
right?
Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
I see. Sarah Hawkins was important to you.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then,
I will.
just to get rid of you.
But tell
Let's
me
see what more I can learn from this mansion.
But tell me why the mansion isn't safe anymore. Let's see. Silas Winchester. The old caretaker of the Hawkins family, Silas Winchester still watches over the family graveyard and the burned-out mansion, devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he has all but raised. He also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child Simon. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. Silas still puts flowers on the grave of Charles, Sarah, and Simon. We've got the key that opens the door to the tradesman's entrance of the Hawkins mansion. I hope it was worth the risk. Well, once I snatched the axe out of his hands and then gave it back to him, he seemed a lot more forthcoming. I wouldn't mind going to his house first before I go inside the mansion. I haven't ruled him out as a suspect yet.
This gate is locked.
Indeed. I would like to snoop around Silas's place. Especially since I know this game will likely push me forward. Would like to go off the beaten trail a touch. Another axe. Nothing over here.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
So we're not the only ones who enjoy a good drink. Yeah, What is this? Just affords me the ability to look inside, but nothing really of value to be seen.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
Exactly.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Yeah. Darn right we do. I imagine the door is locked if I had to guess. But then we won't know if we don't try. So let us try. I thought as much. Okay. Well, maybe it's given us a few extra talking points with Silas. It looks like Officer Bradley is here now as well.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Where did Silas venture off to? Hold on. Ah, Silas is attempting to clear the tree.
Do you have a moment?
What now?
Nothing. Sorry.
Stop wasting my time.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't have anything to talk about yet. Okay. More investigation is required. Let's go, Officer Bradley. Into the house.
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right.
Yes.
Let's go.
Please.
Let's
Let
take a
us
look
enter.
inside.
I'm with you.
Good deal. The continuation of Chapter 3 inside the Hawkins mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire. Ooh, I see the shadowy figure in the hall. I wonder if that's us. Or someone else. Enter madness.
Follow me. I know the place. Who
Okay.
left this light on?
Don't go faster than I'm going. I want to investigate. I want to actually take my time. All of these lights are on. No, not these. Just these two. I see. What kind of a... Oh, it's gonna be one of those with all the paintings and whatnot.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Alright, let's reconstruct.
What kind of meat is this?
That's what I was wondering. It's like a squid? Oh, wait.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Right? Obviously kicked the chair back for some reason. I don't think there's much else to discover here. Maybe he's just irate about having to eat that squid. Oh, wait.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Right. And then this...
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
Again, tired of
Something
eating that
happened
squid.
at this table. An argument?
Perhaps.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
I see. Let's see what our clue tells us. Since the fire in the Hawkins mansion, the dining room has remained intact. The settings allow the places occupied by the family members to be determined. Visibly, etiquette was respected, even in private. Charles Hawkins sat at the head of the table, with wife and son on either side. The knocked-over chair could be due to something that happened after the fire, or it could confirm the theory of a domestic argument. Clearly the roast was untouched in certain plates. The meat mysteriously preserved since then seems to have been the subject of the dispute between the Hawkins couple. 2 character points available at this time. I think... Let's see, it's going to take 6 to max out our investigation. I really would like to put more points into occultism. But I think for now we'll go to strength. We'll work on getting our strength up. After all, we're a veteran of the Great
Silas
War.
managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Oh, we're going to reconstruct here as well, huh? Okay. Hidden objects.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Perhaps. Stroke of 10.
They had a fight. Why?
Right? What have we here?
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
That is a good question. Aha! Always the cause of trouble.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Surely it was an accident after throwing the lamp, or the lamp caused the fire. Then why wouldn't they run out of the room? Especially if the fire never spread to another room. Wait a minute.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Right? It's not just that the painting is missing, but that spot on the wall is completely untouched. Look at this.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
That's interesting. Where are the others? They're bound to be here. I just can't see them. Anything in the fireplace? Perhaps it's out in the hall. Wait.
Did someone escape the fire?
Right. I see. Let's end.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Is that why Silas desecrates his grave? But then why
And the boy.
did the boy die?
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
It's official. The police botched this investigation. The clues don't match. The fire wasn't just an accident.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
The couple had a fight.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Continue traveling. Well now hold on just a moment, Officer Bradley.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything.
Now hold on. I wanted to investigate these little side corridors. These notes and books. Yeah, what have we
Was
here?
Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It's common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Charles and Sarah's wedding, as painted by Sarah herself. Charles and Sarah's wedding, as painted by Sarah herself.
Okay. Let's spend our character point again. We're going to... I really want to max out investigation. Let's stick with that for now. For clues, we have many. The broken clock. The glass of this heavy clock is broken and the hands show 10 o'clock. It could give the time of the fire or have nothing to do with it. Yeah, we won't know for certain. Smashed oil lamp. According to the police report, this lamp is the cause of the accidental fire that destroyed the mansion. However, bloodstains on the debris tell a very different story. Partly burned shoe. Seems like it belonged to Sarah Hawkins. And we got this picture from Charles Hawkins. The scene of the fire. Contradicting the police report, the Hawkins drawing room tells a totally different version of the fire that claimed the whole family. Beginning with the presence of a handprint that throws up the possibility of a survivor, the bodies of Charles and Sarah Hawkins left no mark on the floor, nor, to that matter, in the drawing room. Contrary to that of the child, still visible close to the fireplace. The same goes for the glass shards on the floor. A close inspection reveals the presence of blood on several of them. On the wall, the very clear mark left by the painting found in the Hawkins warehouse confirms that the Hawkins case could be much more than a domestic accident. Alright. Officer Bradley, I'm prepared to... Just want to close that door and...
Let's see if I can find something the cops
see if it
missed.
changes anything. No, we've already done that. Officer Bradley? Oh, I fell behind. Ooh. Ooh, okay. History of medicine in the 18th century. This collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. I see. Our medicine progression continues. We're up to 16%. Officer Bradley, which direction did you go? Oh, paralyzed with indecision. I want to go back. I want to see what's in this door, actually.
This door is locked.
Indeed it is.
This door is locked.
Okay, now I know. Good. Now I won't. Well, hello. Okay, nothing underneath those chairs. Ooh, a little too hot to hold. Oh.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
There's this picture again. Seems to be a popular one in the Hawkins household. What have we here?
Lyrics of the Drunken Sailor. A sea shanty.
Not exactly a pivotal clue to the case. So we have down the hall or we have upstairs. And then of course this would be the secured front door.
This door is blocked from the outside.
Well, let's try upstairs. Oh no, upstairs is blocked. I'm not going to get up that way. Of all of these books, none are of interest. I find that a little hard to believe. Oh, here we go.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Somebody's been reading. Okay, Officer Bradley. I've caught up with you at the very least.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Don't walk away from me while you're talking to me. That's incredibly rude.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Do you think? What kind of decoration could it be, though? Look at it. It's all... Ugh. That's horrendous. Doesn't look like there's really anything of importance. Oh, another book.
Moby Dick.
Copy of...
Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
A copy of the novel Moby Dick by Herman Melville. A classic, especially for a family of ship owners. Right?
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Right? That's what I would think. That's what I would think. This place really fell apart. I mean, it's in bad shape. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a little creepy. What about this one? Do you see anything of interest, Officer Bradley? Because I don't. Not of particular interest. The Human Body, a comparative analysis, a precise and very detailed treatise on the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. I accept these terms. One more medical book and we'll be a step up. We'll be a full-blown amateur. Uh-oh. What have we here?
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Seems like that's quite an odd history, but okay.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
Whale meat. That could have been what was on the table, but we know that they haven't been able to catch whales for a few decades now. What have we here?
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
I'll say goodness.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
A rare edition of Jules Verne's novel. Oh, I'm getting a hidden item notification. Crowbar. Found in Hawkins Manor. Probably belongs to the caretaker Silas.
A crowbar. Could prove useful.
Right. Always good to have a crowbar. Maybe we'll be able to get through some of these locked doors finally. The good old-fashioned way. I didn't see anything really of value over here. I would turn on that light. I don't know what difference it'll make. Another 20,000 leagues under the sea. Why would we be able to interact with this lamp? That's a touch peculiar. I guess I don't really know what I'm looking for, though. More bloody handprints, perhaps?
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Ooh. Dear sir, as you know, I've always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. So now I want to know who Dr. Fuller and Anton Wellard are. New clue indeed. Alright. I wonder if Officer Bradley knows about anything related to those two names. You know what? I'm tempted to go back and ask him before I continue exploring without him. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to take the more conservative option. Come back here and see if Officer Bradley knows anything about these two names.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
No, nothing of the sort. Very well. Then we shall continue on, or rather, I shall continue on. Well, ooh. What was that? Did you see that? Oh, I didn't like that. I don't even know if I did see something. I feel like I did. Okay. More of the rats. What's in there, I wonder?
Locked.
Can we use the pry bar?
Locked.
I feel like with the pry bar, none of these locks on this old rickety house would be able to keep us out. No, I wanted to check the painting, not the door. How about this one? Okay.
The boys' room.
Alright. Let's reconstruct the scene. Quite a lot of little action figures everywhere.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Right? Look at all these soldiers. Oh, a story.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
That would be the logical explanation. I don't know if he was so much protecting a fort, though. He's got little figures all over the place.
Sleeping pills.
Ooh.
Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Was he too having nightmares? Oh, what?
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
Right? Obviously.
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Obviously, that was for the need of the sleeping pills. But look, the clock is also at a different time, although it's not a clue. Okay, it looks like that's all we're going to get from this one. Alright, the boys' room. Let's read the synopsis. In the little boy's room, an abandoned book on the bed and toys scattered on the ground talk about the everyday life of a normal family, but the disturbing drawings and the sleeping pills raise suspicions that even Simon Hawkins may have been suffering from mental illness. Was the boy able to see things like her mother pretended to be? I think that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode, looking at the time. So this has been the 4th installment of the Call of Cthulhu series. Let me know down in the comments down below if you've been enjoying it, because I have been having a good time playing, so I hope you've been having a good time watching. Remember to drop a like if you've liked the video, and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already done so. But until next time, take care.